Workington Town and Wigan. In 5 days' time we shall be in the season of peace on earth and goodwill to all men, but I can't see there being much peace on earth or goodwill on the Derwent Park this afternoon. Workington, riding high at the top of the 3rd division, have the best points for and the fewest points against record in the whole of the Rugby League, and at the moment are on a tremendous run under their new Australian coach. Wigan also at the top of the 1st division, leading try scoring Sean Edwards and Frano Botica second in the goal kicking. Redoubtable cup fighters, absolutely beyond compare. A tremendous run under the coaches Graham Lowe and John Mooney. Amassed a tremendous number of trophies over the past 6 or 7 seasons, and so all is set here for a great tussle between the top of the 1st division and the top of the 3rd division. Enforced changes through a lot of trouble at fullback. Joe Lydon having had an operation, Hampson still not fit, Stoop not fit, so Wigan have had to move Botica from scrum half to number 1 and bring Jason Robinson in from the wing. Ian Lucas is also having neck trouble and is replaced in the front row by Cowie playing at number 8, Scarrett at 10, Betts and Platt in the 2nd row, and Philip Clark at loose forward. So we have Panop on one wing and Afai on the other, and Bell and Farrer in the centre, and Edwards and Robinson at halfbacks. This afternoon substitutes for Wigan, Farrell and Barry John Mather. That referee this afternoon, John Holdsworth from Kippax, and it's going to be Wigan to start from left to right. Workington in blue and white, they've had some great players in the time. Wigan lifted high but not too deep, taken cleanly inside the 20-metre zone. I've no doubt that in these early minutes the 2 sets of forwards and Wigan driving Workington back, picked him up and carried him. These 2 sets of forwards will no doubt be at each other's throats to try to get on top in these early moments. Workington playing it safe in their own 20-metre zone. Forwards holding it tight, coming charging in. Wigan defenders going in, meeting them. Dermot doing a good stint of tackling, throw back to Mulligan. Mulligan coming straight down Botica's throat in his own half. Botica up to the halfway line. Workington, they're trying to force him over the touchline, and they do so. So Wigan got no benefit from taking that kick. The defenders up quickly to force Botica under pressure from 3 players. Marwood, the leading scorer, gets it to Carter. Carter put down easily just inside the Wigan half, and the penalty for offside at the play of the ball, 10 metres inside the Wigan half. So chance here for Marwood to kick a very early goal just on the 10-metre line, a straight kick. Workington very fired up, ready to have a go. Wigan had hold of the ball once and rushed over the touchline, and from the resultant scrum, Wigan penalised, and Marwood straight kick to take, kicking into a very low-angle sun. Very, very cold day, heavy frost overnight, ground very hard when we walked across it, coming up here to this. And he lifts it high, and groans from the crowd. Wigan now got the hard graft of trying to bring the ball away. Coming away from the play of the ball. Dermot now, little dummy, Cowie, Cowie met determinedly, but they're having a job putting him down. Dermot, the distributor of the ball. Bit slow from behind to play the ball. Wigan forwards, relentlessly pushing the way forward. Philip Clark coming up behind to play the ball, decides he's going to have a run, and he almost makes a break up to the halfway line, but goes down with it on the 5th tackle. Martin Dermot flings it back. Edwards going to put the kick in, a spot kick. Mulligan going back for it, along with Bond. The defensive line is there, and they hit him hard inside his own 20-metre area. Burns from behind to play the ball, running cross field, not getting very far at all as Panaper chases him across. Roskell, the hooker, is there acting half-back. Workington going across the field at the moment. Referee a good 10 metres back as the Workington forwards try to batter the way through this iron, strong Wigan defence. Marwood a little bit slow moving it across, and there's not as much power or drive in Workington at the moment, but they've had plenty of balls. It's flung back to Mulligan. Once again he lifts a high one, coming to a Fire. Fire lets it bounce inside to Botica, following Botica, who this time is in the middle of the field. Wigan hands on the ball again as Dermot hands it on onto a Fire. Great booze, a Fire handing them off. Burns and Bond come in to take him. Wigan moving it inside. Bell trying to batter his way through, being taken by Armstrong. Wigan bringing it back into the middle. Betts coming onto it hard. These crunching runs tell the tale later on in the game. Dermot wanting a quick play the ball, trying to get it out to a Fire wing as Wigan force the way into the Workington half. Now coming right, Edwards hoists a high ball. Mulligan's underneath it, takes it well, and he's buried as he takes it. Good following up by Wigan, forcing Workington 10 metres from the line, trying to bring it away, and Wigan pinning them down in that 20-metre zone. Ogilvie driving hard, coming in hard eventually. Bell downs him. Ogilvie again trying to force his way through as Roskell switches direction. Workington keeping the ball very tight. Long pass from Roskell, goes back, kick for touch, and he finds touch. Don't think it was don't think a Wigan played, so it will be Wigan to feed. Only the second scrum. First one resulted in a penalty to Workington, and it will be Wigan to feed. Robinson at scrum half gets possession onto Panaper, who's cut inside. Panaper gains his ground. Robinson onto Edwards. Edwards moving it along the line. A long lob pass onto Farah. Farah going down. Wigan turned inside, and the covers across to take them. On the halfway line, the Wigan forward driving in hard, gaining good 10 metres of ground. Out to Edwards. Edwards holding it. Clark a dummy run. Betts turning it inside. Good tackling, puts Wigan down. Edwards up behind to play the ball. Cowie driving in. Take a good running by Cowie. Powerful running by Cowie. Did an awful job handling him at that time. Wigan now in a good attacking position. Robinson comes up, moving it across the field onto Edwards. Edwards holding a long lob pass. Wigan should be in. And Botica, well, I'm not used to this pitch. I thought Wigan had a walk in there, then it looks as if it spoiled it at the end. Botica, Wigan had so many men lined up, but it was Botica. Botica just in from the left-hand touchline as he looks down to the post, just outside the 20-metre line. Wigan can get quick points on the board. They could knock the heart and the stuffing out of this Cumbrian side. Cumberland teams known for the grit and the determination and the way they stick at it. They've had some great players in the past like Iverson and Mudge and Paskins. Johnny Lawrenson, of course, who was a Wiganer. came up here and did sterling service for them. Botica then round the corner, stabs at it, lifts it, and it's over. Wigan 6, Workington 0, and if the Wigan machine really gets into gear, difficult task this for a third division side. Top they may be of the third division, but there's a big gap between them and the top of the first division. Wigan to bring it away from their own 20-metre zone, met by good tackling. Roskill doing a lot of work for Workington. Dermot from behind to play the ball, hands it on. Wigan playing it very, very clinically, very safe, very sound at the moment. There must be a lot of menace on that Wigan left wing. Every time the ball goes near a fire, the town spectators, they start hooting and booing. They're terrified of the ball. And there's the strength of Wigan telling as they take men with them over the halfway line. Wigan line rather flat as Edwards puts the kick behind the defence. Mulligan chasing it. Awkward bounce for him. And it's still awkward. Wigan having to wait the 10 metres, of course. And he comes away. Robinson hangs on to him and puts him down on the 20-metre line. Workington now trying to bring the ball away. Wigan having no trouble at all with these forwards as Roskill comes over. Armstrong lets the ball slip. Wigan are in quickly. The ball's been dropped. That will be a knock-on. And it was the strength of Wigan tackling that caused the trouble there. Wigan went in hard. Heppy had a bit of a rough time in the last tackle. So it will be Robinson to feed. Not a lot of experience in the first team as a scrum half, but he got that out well. And he didn't. He lost possession. He went straight through the scrum and was picked up on the far side by Workington, who got one against the head, which they shouldn't really have had, but the ball was followed well through the pack. Roskill trying to come through from acting half-back and getting nowhere at all. Workington have had a lot of possession, and the referee saying it was a forward pass. Is he giving a penalty or a scrum down? He decided to scrum down, that he wasn't in front of the ball when it was passed to him. So Wigan a chance again to get from the scrum. Lost the last one against the head. 1-1. This time Robinson has it, and they look yards offside. It comes out to Edwards. Edwards turning it back into the middle. Wigan trying to force their way down the centre of the field. Running to the cover tattle. A fire's coming from the far wing. Wigan play getting up rather lamely. A fire dummy from the play. The ball gets it out. Wigan turn it inside. Edwards keeping it moving. Now Wigan are going to have to go down the middle. Plenty cover tacklers there. Wigan down. Dermot directing operations onto Edwards. Edwards back to Dermot. Dermot a long pass. Out to the wing to Panaper. There's plenty cover. A fire was just inside him, but he couldn't get going. Dermot to Cowie. Cowie changing. Cowie battering his way through. Running very, very strongly. Dermot, the Wigan forwards, taking them on. Trying to go Betts, trying to take them with him and having a job putting him down. The referee signalling 5 tackles, gone right underneath the post. Philip Clark waiting for the play the ball. Edwards holding it. Short pass from Wigan trying to batter the way through. We're going to have to hand the ball over. Taken in the 6th tackle, right on the Workington line. Ball played forward and a good 10 metres of ground gained. And the Workington forwards coming away, bringing the ball well inside their own 20 metres. We're almost up the 20-metre line. Of course, this new rule giving them a lot of space in which to play. We're still on the 20-metre line. Being forced across the field, Wigan hanging on. And there's not a yard been gained from those tackles as Roskill hands it on now. Big prop. Schubert batters his way forward. Looking for the kick, a long one back. Wigan should have that covered. Botica, Panaper going back as it bounces awkwardly on the hard ground. Botica turning it inside onto Panaper. Panaper going crossfield, met by a solid wall of defenders. So that was a good clearing kick by Workington. Wigan pushed back into their own 20 and coming down the centre of the field. And there's no quarter being asked for and none given as these sides take each other on. Wigan going down the middle. Nice. Oh, Wigan have passed to Schubert. Tried to slip the ball. Betts tried to let it go. Pass to the wrong man. Marwood moving it out to the right. Wigan covering across. Farah having no problems at all. Marwood behind the play the ball. Wigan moving up quickly and meeting them and hurling Workington back. Quarter of an hour of the game gone and Workington finding it difficult to break this strong Wigan defence. Wigan have got a great defence in the first division. Comes on to Mulligan. Mulligan going inside, can't get away. Heppy's over there to help out. Heppy from behind the play the ball. Moves it on onto Oglenby. Oglenby across and Wigan absolutely crunch them down. 6 tackles, so it's the handover. Wigan just inside their own half. Botica. And the referee blows up. Said it was a forward pass as Wigan were breaking through, so it will be Marwood to feed. Very tall stand-off half outside and Marwood gets it, it's kicked back, Marwood gets it, tries to go around the narrow side and he's buried. Bond coming over to act in half-back. Bond running cross-field, easily tackled, followed by Robinson. Roskell from me onto Oglenby. Oglenby trying to force his way through. Finding Wigan very strong for them. They're playing might and main as Marwood moves it across. Wigan come in and a little bit of hesitation as to whether the player was tackled or not. Roskell coming over. Ball being moved along the line and Wigan are right in the Workington line out. Referee holds his hands up for 5 tackles. Marwood puts a little grubber kick in over the Wigan line. And Botica, I think it makes it dead, so Wigan going to have to give possession back to Workington. That was a nice little kick through by the scrum half. Wigan to drop out. From underneath their own posts. Finding points hard to come by as it comes into the Workington half. Schubert getting steam up, stopped dead in his tracks. Roskell to Riley. Riley's easily put down. Roskell again. Marwood just hands it on. Armstrong turns it back. Marwood to get it out. Outside the bad pass, rolls into touch. Burns unable to find Bond. Ball rolls into touch. And Wigan not running away with it as yet, and it will be Robinson to feed. Steam coming out of the pack as Robinson feeds. Gets it to Panapa, who's cut in between. Panapa sidestepping into the defence, happy to go down. Taken by Carter. Robinson dying to run with the ball, I think. Probably playing very tightly to instruct. The fire comes inside and the bees round the jam pot. As soon as it gets anyone near a fire, they're all after him. They're all wanting to say, I stopped a fire. As Wigan move it across Edwards, a long pass. Low tackling, efficient tackling, can't get run without your feet. Wigan now coming hard down the right wing, going back inside, running into the cover. Dermott coming over. Platt wanting it on the burst. Platt gets it and he goes shaking, tearing in, and he loses the ball in the tackle. He was met hard, lost possession. Workington get it, not like Platt. 10 metres inside the Workington half. Marwood moving it across field. Met by 3 strong forwards. Roskell again. And they're keeping it tight in the forwards. As Cowie comes in, buries his man on the halfway line. And it's one-man rugby at the moment. The ball's been lost and come to Dermott. Dermott getting Wigan moving as he tear down the left wing. Little dummy bringing a fire inside, but he doesn't give him the ball. A fire waiting behind the play the ball. A little dummy using a fire. Workington don't buy it. 30 metres out. Wigan coming hard. The forwards trying to draw in the defenders, but they're up to the task and they're holding Wigan. Dermot now. Short one from Clark, and the defence is coming in and holding Wigan well. Clark coming hard and straight, gets over the 20 metres home, but he's put down in the 5th tattle. Robinson to Edwards. Edwards misses it. Wigan still have possession. A high ball hoisted into the in-goal area. That could be awkward. Taken well by Mulligan, so it's a bomb. So they want a quick 20, and it was dropped and taken quickly. The Wigan defence back in position in time. Workington driving in hard, playing with a lot of determination, a lot of commitment. Still 10 metres inside their own half. Good turning in Wigan, one low, one high. Philip Clark coming in as Roskell comes over. Roskell moving it inside. Riley trying to come through, can't get rid of the ball. Roskell again, misses out Heppy. Marwood puts a long rolling kick in, being shepherded by Botica, watching it. Doesn't go over the dead ball line, he's going after, oh, he says it has. Back to the 22, he stood and looked at it. Wigan from the 20-metre line. Good 15 metres gain from behind to play the ball. Forwards, Wigan decided they're going to beat them in the pack in the first half of this half, and the referee not happy with that tattle. So it'll be a penalty to Wigan, a couple of metres inside their own half, right in the middle of the field. Will they go for goal and not a real accredited touch kicker, or will they take a tap? Little conference going on, and they decided that Edwards would get it into touch. Doesn't gain a lot of ground, but he finds it. About 5 metres gained. Robinson takes a tap. Skerrett, big hefty man, taking some putting down. Cowie wanting it first pass. And it's Cowie who gets it. Puts his shoulder in, takes him with him. Dermot, Clark on his left. He gets it to Clark. Clark's through, he has support. And it's a try. Well, Philip Clark cut them wide open there. You could see he knew exactly what he was going to do. It was planned. It was timed beautifully by Dermot. He cut right through them and handed it on to Dennis Betts. Thought for a moment he might have had a go at beating Mulligan, but he played it safe, handed it on to Betts. And Dennis Betts, all he had to do was amble over in between the posts to make it 10 points to 0. Our cameraman's hands are absolutely frozen up here. We're very high up, and it's bitterly cold day, and because there's snow all the way around us on the hills. Botica, little stab, and it's over. 12 points to 0. 2 tries. A try to Betts, a try to Botica, and 2 goals to Botica. Give Wigan a 12 points to 0 lead. Once again, I have an idea we might see this kick-off by Workington quite a lot of times this afternoon. Low one, awkward one, well trapped. Wigan playing this game very clinically, nothing elaborate. Doing the right things, playing the right number of tackles on, using the strength of the forwards to crack through, and then the backs capitalising afterwards. Dermot again, from behind to play the ball, a long one this time. Wigan trying to get again out that left wing, onto a fire. No, he doesn't give it him, just short of the halfway line. A fire coming over to act in half-back. Wigan keeping the ball moving nicely. Just inside the town half. The weight of the Wigan forwards telling its tale, very effective. Dermot wanting a quick play of the ball. Thrown back for the kick through Edwards. Penrice takes it well. In his own 20-metre line, there's a solid wall of cherry and white jerseys to meet him on the 20-metre line. A lot of this game been played in and around the Workington 20. A good quick play of the ball by Workington onto the scrum half Marwood. And it is, it's one man at a time, but we're getting. Plenty of effort, but not very effective against his Wigan. So, and again, they come powering the way forward. And as soon as they meet a Wigan player, down the ball's gone loose. The referee going to give the scrum down. We were coming up to the last battle in any case. So it will be Robinson to feed. In it goes, coming out to Robinson. We nearly lost it. Edwards onto Bell, who's cut across. Bell onto Botica. Botica out to Afire. Afire's ankle to take, managed to turn it back inside. Wigan keeping the ball moving well. Wouldn't die with it out on the left wing as Afire comes over. Afire having a run from acting half back, trying to force his way through. Disappears under blue and white jerseys. Just inside Workington half. Wigan turning it back down the middle. These strong men driving the way forward. Can't get the ball moving in the final tattle. Dermot having a run from acting half back. Timed his pass under Cowie. Wigan got a run for the line. Banniper cutting in from the wing. Wigan forward, battering the Workington team into submission. Banniper coming inside from the wing, following the ball well. Goes over underneath the post to make it now 16 points to 0. 27 minutes gone. Botica tries to increase Wigan's lead. Wigan beginning to set up. And it goes over 18 points to 0. And Scott is coming on in place of Schubert for Workington. Workington then making the first substitution. Scott coming on for Schubert, the open side prop. Don't know that will upset the packing down or not. They may have to rearrange the pack. I don't know whether he's a prop or not. Once again, it's along the ground. Wigan with it inside their own 20-metre area. Completely organised. It's Wigan side, know exactly what they're doing. Handling safe and sure. They've got the speed and they have the strength. Dummy run there, the forwards come charging in. Referee not happy with that tackle. Groans from the Cumbrians, but and Edwards takes it quickly, bangs it into touch. Wigan with the tap. 8 metres inside the Workington half. Bodies bang and crash into each other. And the way in front of the referee as they line up. But he takes no notice. Let's play continue. As Wigan decide, let it go down. It comes to Clark. Referee says it's forward. And Afire was with him. And Edwards was with him. Just that split second made all the difference as Wigan side through in the centre of the field. So it will be Marwood to feed. Wigan pushing them off it, but they still retain possession. Wigan hold them easily. Wigan pack ran the Workington pack backwards. They may be missing Schubert a bit. Good strong run in, gets them 5 metres. And all Workington are offering us at the moment is one forward at a time, looking for the nearest Wigan player, running at him. Now they move it across the field, but once again it reaches a forward and the ball's dead. Carter, little dummy, bringing it inside, and that's not Wigan back there. That's strong running, and that delighted the Workington players that a Wigan player was knocked for 6. Here's the kick behind the defence. Botica has it covered. He has Banniper with him. Decides he played it safe and die with it as the defenders descend on him. Wigan lose possession from behind the play of the ball. Scott gets his team moving. They're trying to spread Wigan across the field, but Farrer and Afire on the far side having no problems at all. Mistake there by Wigan. Don't drop so many. Marwood trying to get his forwards coming onto this ball, and They're giving it all they've got. They're giving it the best endeavour. And Marwood sends a long one across the field that goes to nobody. Take my loose forward, Heppy. Heppy hands it on, keeping the ball moving. But Workington have lost a tremendous amount of ground in that passing movement. Bond moves it inside onto Carter. Carter jinking and dancing. Burns going inside. Wigan down him. Goes across onto Marwood, changes direction nicely. A long one out to Bond. Bond going inside. There are 4 Wigan players waiting for him. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, as Roskell comes over. Little grubber kick comes through. Wigan have knocked on, I think. No, referee says it's off his shins. Wigan a bit fortunate to keep possession there, 10 metres out from their own line. No doubt that they'd settle it down now and play it steady as these big forwards come using the weight and the power. And the forwards have done the job. They brought the ball out of the danger zone as Dermot comes over. Edwards wanting a switch, but he's missed Edwards, dumbing his way through. A bit of change of direction there by Wigan, and Dermot limping badly in that tackle as Wigan put the kick in. Coming to Penrice. Penrice running cross field. Line of Wiganers there waiting for him, pushing him back, carrying him back to a few metres outside the 20-metre line. And I've no doubt that the pace of this game and the ferocity of it will tell on the Workington team as this game goes further and further on. And that Wigan drop on the loose ball, tried to get it moving when the tackle was almost complete. And there's power of the forwards. Scarrett tearing in and having an awful job holding him. Panaper wanted to come inside. It goes to Philip Clark, dumbing with it. Clark still going. Panaper couldn't get with him. Now Panaper's behind to play the ball. Robinson hands it on. Wigan trying to drive the way down the middle. A lot of mauling and twisting and pulling going on. 20 metres out. Wigan out to Edwards. Edwards handing it on. Using a fire as a foil, but the defence not buying any dummies as a fire moves it inside. Edwards, a long pass. The gap is sealed. The ball's been dropped. The fire has it, and he's been given offside. Wigan were held, tried to get shut of the ball. Fire coming back into the line-out, picked it up and was adjudged offside. So Workington 10 metres out from underneath their own post. A good kick for touch. 30 metres out. And this is bruising stuff among these forwards. They're playing it hard, but not a lot of guile. It's brute force. Referee stopping the clock.
The substitution for Wigan, number 15, Barry John Naver, replaces number 9, Martin Dermot.
And Martin Dermot, who got hurt in an early tackle, is going off the field. Barry John Mather is coming on in his place. That will mean sorting out the Wigan side. I think Wigan going to need someone to go hooker in place of Dermot. Bit of a chat going on. Can't see what's happening at the moment. As Workington almost on the halfway line, and once again it's head down and bash, and he's dropped the ball, and the referee said it was stolen, so it's another penalty to Workington. Wigan at the moment giving away petty penalties, and no need for it with an 18-point lead. Mulligan, good touch kick, puts Workington in a good attacking position. And once again, it's Bullock and Bash tactics as they go running at the Wigan defenders, who I could imagine could stand this all day. Better teams than Workington have tried these tactics and they haven't worked. Workington going backwards in possession. Always a dispiriting experience, that, for a team. Still around the 20-metre line, turning inside, trying to keep the ball alive. Marwood hands it on, they're going for the line! looked absolutely no danger at all there to Wigan. They were just banging away at the Wigan line, and suddenly the Wigan defence broke down. After 25 minutes, get the reward with the first try. Marwood with a simple kick, bangs it over. Tell us now when it's quiet. So it's Wigan's turn to kick off. Into the 20-metre area. Ball taken safely and security. That should give Workington a lot of heart. Wigan gave away a couple of silly penalties there which set Workington up in a good attacking position, and they capitalised on it. They're keeping the possession of the ball, not making mistakes with it, playing it steadily and safely. When it's man-to-man, Wigan don't seem to have any problem, but a gap opened up for Workington there, and they accepted it gratefully. Now they're coming through. Knocked down by Wigan to be a knock-on. Referee's letting the play on go, so they're back to the first tackle. And Wigan looking a little bit as if there's no urgency at all in this game. The fire and the drive are not quite there as when they're taking on a big side. And there's a roaring on as Workington as they come battering away at Wigan. They must still think they're in with a chance. And Wigan again giving a penalty away in the tackle. Marwood with an absolute straight kick. It's 30 metres inside the Wigan half. And Wigan going to have to sort themselves out a little bit. Workington getting into the ascendancy in this last 10 minutes or so. They've had plenty of ball and they've played their hearts out. And Wigan not seeming to play with the same fire and fervour that Workington are showing. And the points on the board are reflecting that, as they've got 6 and a chance for another 2. And there have been careless errors made by Wigan which have brought Workington into the game. They made the best of them. Marwood belts at it and he misses. So it will be Wigan back to the 20-metre line. And Dean Bell needs to have a word with the players to get them in the right frame of mind to finish out this first half. A high, deep dropout. Oh, and that's been dropped. Referee will judge it's gone backwards, but Wigan have gained an awful lot of ground from that Botica dropout. Workington again in possession, however, as they come forward, go down with it in the second tackle. Once again, these forwards playing their hearts out. Remember when Workington used to plough the way down the field, give it to Gus Risman and get the drop goal, and they're quite happy to work hard. Just crossing the halfway line. Referee says it's a forward pass. So Wigan with the feed, just in their own half. Robinson, of whom we've seen very little this afternoon, he's perhaps playing to orders to give the ball to the rest of the team, because there's no doubt he loves to have a little run with it. Robinson. Packs all over the place, comes out to Edwards. Edwards handing it on, fires in the middle of the field. It's Bellew onto a fire. The fire coming wide. Onto Panaper. Panaper going in the middle, dancing his way, still keeping it moving. Philip Clark handing it on. Wigan moving it out the left wing. There's no fire. They go sprinting down the left wing, turning right down the field up to the 20-metre line. Well, a bit of pace was injected then at the last minute. Now, can Wigan get more points on the board before half-time? Big overlap if they can get it out, but the covers come in and Bell's having to go on his own. Dives with it on the 20-metre line. Panaper. Long pass. Wigan trying to drive down the middle, keeping it moving, changing, coming back. That ball must be red hot. Wigan, and there's a terrific overlap, and they've lost possession. Well, it looked like a walking day in Belfast. There were so many players, in fact there were too many. They were in each other's way. They were all queued up out on the left wing and couldn't get the ball out. Wigan gone off the boil. 18 points to 6. Marwood to feed. Wigan pushing them all over the place. That was a tremendous heave by Wigan. The referee bringing them back. Marwood moves it, crossfield. Tacklers come in. And there goes the hooter for what has been not an exciting first half, a hard first half. And Wigan seeming to go to sleep in the last quarter of an hour. And Workington, who were playing the hearts out, managed to pull back 6 points. So they go off for half-time with a score. Wigan 18, Workington 6.
If you have problems with your central heating, Norweb have an answer. Dial 100 and ask for free phone Smart Heat.
Well, Workington back in the game after that mulligan try. 18 points to 6. Wigan with the first touch as Barry John Mather comes hurtling forward up to the 20-metre line. Whilst John Mulney G'd this team up at half-time. Little switch. Wigan turning it inside, taking them with them. And they're having a job getting them to Edwards over for the play of the ball. Short one. Betts hands it on to Cowie. Cowie going cross field. Still on his feet, still taking them with him. Drags him with them another 5 metres. And it looks now as we've got Edwards got taken over from Dermot, directing the play. Forward pass from Wigan. Coming onto that on the burst. Just a fraction of a second out in the timing. So we scrum down almost in the centre of the field, right on the halfway line. Out quickly to Marwood. Marwood gets it across, ankles tapped. Workington chance to drive forward now. Head down and bash again though, but it's keeping them in the game. And Schubert is back on the field. Man who was substituted, Roskill sends a long one. Marwood trying to get his backs moving. There's no way through this Wigan defence as Roskill out quickly. Marwood handing it on, taking it up to the Wigan 20-metre line. 5 tackles gone, signals the referee, John Holdsworth. And there's a high kick that's gone backwards. Wigan must have 10 metres. Oh dear, perhaps he'd run up, put them on side, but we can have it in their own 20-metre area. Edwards very close, waiting for a short pass. Wigan bringing it away well from behind the play of the ball. Edwards fires right in the middle of the field, wanting to get his hands on this ball, but it means Wigan are left stranded out on this left wing, and it's a fire going through from acting half-back. Knocks one off, but that's not the place where he really should be for attacking power. It needs to be wide out, and they go down in the 6th tattle. Edwards waiting for it, and it's Edwards who gets it, puts in his kick, a high kick. Wigan a run rich, well taken by Mulligan at full-back, runs it out well. Then he meets the Wigan defenders and has to die with it. Workington still playing hard for a place in the semi-final. Try to get it out onto Kale. Wigan taking them back. The ball's been dropped. The referee lets play carry on. That was a fortunate drop. fires into the tackle. Wigan trying to take him over the touchline, and the referee penalising them for it as Schubert is carried over the line. The referee must have screamed held. Oh, penalty, and Roscoe is needing attention. Metres inside their own half. Town going to kick for touch, and touch is foul. Roscoe takes the tap. Marwood waiting first pass onto Carter. Carter moves it across, and Wigan throw them back. Marwood is a man at first pass, and it's turned back to him, and Workington have lost a lot of ground. They've lost a good 15 metres of ground as they move that ball across the field. The only way they seem to be able to gain territory is by head down and bash. Slow behind the play the ball. One wonders if the pace perhaps beginning to tell a little bit. Slow play the ball. We can come up and meet them, fighting for every inch of ground as they go down in the fifth tackle. Flung back for the kick. A high, awkward ball that. Panaper going to it. Panaper takes it well. Comes away from the touchline. But we're going to force back into their own 20-metre line. Wigan living dangerously in their own 20-metre area. Philip Clark comes across, bringing a fire inside. There's plenty of cover there. There's no way through as Heppy takes a fire. Wigan keeping it moving, but Mather being forced back inside, and Wigan going round in ever decreasing circle and looking rather disorganised at the moment. Robinson having a little run, he makes a break. Can't get the ball out. That's the first time he's had a chance of a little run. Quick play the ball, Wigan moving onto it hard. Forwards driving in, and the gap is there, the breakthrough. Turning it inside. Oh, did not go with the line wide open. 6 points thrown away. Wigan surged through the middle. Broke down, and there's another substitution being made. Can't see it is. Who's going off? Can you see who's going off? Very tall, thin player has come into the pack. Schubert. And it looks as if Schubert's gone off again. Wigan driving them back in possession. On field, another try to Wigan could be the nail in the coffin. They try to come down on this right wing. Farah up to the task. And these Workington players not yielding an inch. And I have a sense that Wigan have a feeling of frustration, that they're finding it, they can't really get into the game. Ball's dropped, and Wigan penalised for a spear tackle. The referee didn't like the way he was dumped, and Wigan don't seem to be able to do anything right at the moment. About 7 minutes gone of this second half, and Wigan not got into any sort of gear at all. They made one break, and it broke down with a forward pass, a drop ball. Roscoe hands it on, Riley coming in hard. Met by the Wigan props, Skerrett going in well, and Platt. And there's some fierce tackling going on as Roscoe changes direction to Carter. Carter going inside, there's no way through for him. Roscoe again, there's a Wigan player down hurt on the field. As they go driving up, it comes to Carter. Carter still going, takes it into the Wigan 20-metre area. Ogilvie, long pass out to the wing, and he's in at the corner. Great finishing by Penrice. The Wigan defence not covering across, and with 8 minutes gone in the second half, Penrice goes over in the corner, Bottica got to him, couldn't push him out, and Penrice gets the ball down a yard in from the touchline. Well, could this be the shock of the afternoon? Wigan don't seem to be able to get the game together this afternoon. It may be the trouble at hooker. Not an unusual scrum half. He stabs at it, it looks a good kick, and it's there. One converted try separating these teams, 18 points to 12, and we have a cup tie on our hands. And Wigan restarting. Workington back, coming away hard, and touch judges on again, not another penalty. Workington player crunched in that tackle. Wigan giving penalties away, and I think it's frustration. Wigan forward being given the chapter and verse. Heard it all before, of course. Touch judge puts his flag up. Nothing going right for Wigan as Roskill takes it quickly. Riley goes charging in. This is their hour of glory as Roskill onto Ogilvie, doesn't give it him. He came through on the burst. Workington now in the Wigan 20 metres in possession. Long pass out, running crossfield. And he slips the ball. Kay managed to get rid of the ball, but it meant that Workington were going backwards. The Wigan line not moving up together. But Workington using the possession, playing out the full tackles. And they're making dents in the Wigan defence. That's 5 tackles gone. As Carter puts a kick in, ball's loose on the floor, all over the place. Referee says play on. As Workington keeping it moving. Wigan not putting the men down. We're back to 1. Another 6 tackles, so it's all Workington at the moment. Ball's flung across the line to Mulligan, and he's dropped the ball. That's surely Wigan's, and they'll be glad to get their hands on it. They've been playing without it for a long time. In their own 20-metre zone, acting half-back, not making very much of that play the ball. Robinson gains a good 10 yards from behind the play the ball. Edwards coming over. Platt. And Wigan driving up to the halfway line. Loose possession, making mistakes. Workington capitalising. Wigan not getting anything out of the 6 tackles. I don't know whether it's the Cumbrian air or the cold, but they're making mistakes that normally they would never make. And they're playing out of the skins, these Workington forwards. Roskill turned inside, there's a big gap. Wigan line up, Wigan defence is sadly at fault this afternoon. Gaps are appearing, who are normally they're so steady. Marwood, a long pass. Coming hard on the burst. And Wigan have intercepted it. Foolish pass there by Workington, gives possession to Wigan. And they're down, Wigan lose possession. Well, I don't know what this dropsy is. The referee says a swing went in the tackle, and it's a penalty to Wigan. A little bit fortunate there, and there's no doubt about it that Wigan are struggling. As Edwards, the referee's having a word with Edwards and with Roskill. 13 minutes gone in the first half, and it looks as if Wigan are making a substitution. Cowie being taken off, Farrell coming on, Cowie was the one who dropped the pass the last time. I don't know if he's been made to pay for it, but Wigan, fine touch. Wigan may have to change the lineup now as they have Mather on and Farrell on. Wigan nearly up to the halfway line. And it's Wigan who are playing it tight. They need to settle themselves down, get some rhythm into the game. Coming hard and straight and forward, gaining a lot of ground. Out to Edwards. Edwards changing direction. Philip Clark, who's had a good game. He's the one who really has been dominating. Edwards hands it on. Farrell. Wigan juggling, but Farrell can't take it. And it's been intercepted. Bounces off Farrell. Workington with it inside their own half. Marwood moves it across. And it's Roskell who comes up again behind the play the ball. He's worked hard, attacked in half-back. Riley, who's had a real good hard grafting game at number 10. Wigan meeting them this time, trying to smother them. Kelscarrott coming in very, very hard indeed. And Wigan moving up quickly this time. 5 tackles gone. High kick. Straight into touch. John Holsworth marking the mark for the play the ball. Wigan charging from behind the acting half-back. Out to a fire trying to round his man, and he's forced into touch on the corner. Well, that nearly took Workington unawares. A fire couldn't really get into his stride. But Wigan now in a good attacking position, 10 metres out from the Workington line, but it will probably be Workington to get the ball. Epitt trying to bring it away, down as he comes away from the scrum, and Wigan following them across. Wigan getting a bit more life into the tackling now. Workington right in front of their own posts, and it's hard graft by the forwards, and they're playing it steadily and safely and playing the ball quickly. Flung back for the kick. Bounces nicely for Wigan. Running a bit cross field and then running into trouble. Farrell moving the ball on. Betts still going. Tremendous run by Dennis Betts. Robinson coming to act in half-back. Robinson hands it on. Wigan using the strength and the power. Workington coming at them hard, and a fire still right in the middle of the field. Wigan move it out towards the right wing. Standing still with the ball, not seeming to know what to do with it. Edwards. Wigan can't take the pass. Gratefully taken by Workington. Wigan made the gap. Pass was dropped. Of course, Wigan not at full strength today, not with the good players, but players not all that used to playing together. Still 6 points in it. As Workington fight the way forward, playing it quickly, playing it hard. Robinson coming in, helping out his forwards. Roskell moving it across. Marwood hands it on. The Wigan defenders come in. That's 5 tackles gone on the halfway line. Flung back for the kick, picked up well. A high one. And it finds touch. Wigan let it roll, weren't going to make any mistake with it, so Wigan push back to 10 metres from their own line. Almost halfway through this second half. And looks as if Edwards is going to feed the scrum. Edwards going to scrum half. Packs all over the place. Edwards feeds and he's lost it, but and it's been dropped on by Penrice. Wigan lost it against the head. Marwood moving it inside. Heppy going forward. Wigan take him. Well, it's going Workington's way at the moment. Wigan hanging on by the fingernails, 20 metres out as Roskell moves the ball, and the battering the way forward, coming back into the centre, ball's on the floor, loose, still a scramble for it, referee says it's back to 1, and the rub of the green is not going Wigan's way, as Workington have another 6 tackles, and they can see the line, and their hopes rise that they're going to cross again. Marwood bringing it back into the middle. I think the referee was watching the play of the ball. And Wigan are under great strain here as they whip the ball out, trying to get it out to the right wing. And the defence comes in. And that's 5 tackles gone. Heppy lobs it inside. Marwood puts a grubber kick in, and Wigan make it dead, so they've got to give the ball back again to Workington. And it's all Workington in this half. Wigan never really appearing in this game. Wigan to drop out from underneath their own posts. Deep one into the other half, having to go back for it. The Wigan line moves up. That was a good drop out. And a Wigan player slips on it. The ground is frozen. And there was a tackle on there. The Wigan player going to take his man. His feet just shot from under him. The frost is coming down. It's very, very cold. But the Workington hearts are warm. They're keeping that ball moving. And another player slips. And hand goes on him. It must be a treacherous surface out there at the moment. Acting half-back wastes the tackle. Roskell coming over. Turned back inside. And the bust is on. The backing up is there. That's a forward pass. Referee lets it go. Wigan ball's loose on the floor. And Wigan got a let off there as the Workington came through. I thought there was a forward pass, but the referee didn't give it. And Wigan running crossfield and getting nowhere at all. Wigan coming through well from acting half-back. Good 15 yards gain. Edwards coming over to try and sort them out. Massive bodies on the floor as Edwards short pass. Wigan fighting for 3 metres. Almost up to the halfway line. Never a really good move this half from Wigan. Kick through is being chased. Kick for a 5, it's going to get into touch. As a fire comes up and it rolls into touch. And that saved the Wigan forwards an awful lot of graft. And we're back. But 25 metres out. Marwood to feed. Packs all over the place as Marwood gets it, moves it across field. Good tackling by Wigan, stop the move. Workington forwards, bringing the ball away, trying to batter the way through this Wigan defence. And it's still anybody's game at 18-12. 10 metres from the halfway line. Out to Kay. Ball turned inside. 5 tackles gone. It's flung back for the kick. And it looks a good kick. Pushes Wigan back into the 20 metres. And twice Wigan have lost this ball with their own put in and head. Because Edwards has gone scrum half. I have a feeling that we've got Robinson playing in the hooking position. We can get the ball out from the scrum. Come driving away. Tattlers are in to take them. Edwards up from behind to play the ball. Dean Bell hang on to his ankles. Bottikert's feet go from on, but Robinson. We've not got the right studs on for this service as Edwards moves it to Clark. Clark decides he's going down the middle, and he's still going, and he's still going. Wigan's most penetrative forward this afternoon comes out to Edwards. Edwards handing it on, little dummy. Wigan being forced back inside. Robin, the fire, puts in a kick. But once again, the Wigan attack comes to naught. And it will be Marwood to feed the scrum. Back once more in Workington's 20 metres, and they get it out. It goes straight through as Heppy picks it up. Don't see that so often. Marwood puts it in and Marwood gets it out. Being forced across field. Workington notably get up quickly. Roskell and once these Workington forward really playing their hearts out. Fight their way up to the halfway line. And the ball's been nicely slipped. On the last tattle, goes back for the kick to Mulligan. Puts a grubber kick in. Going to roll over the dead ball line, so it'll be back to 20 metres, Wigan in possession. Wigan, tap taken, drive on. About 10 or 11 minutes of this game still to go. Wigan hanging on by the skin of the teeth to the lead, and no dummies are being bought by Workington. Going in, taking a man with the ball. Wigan breaking from behind to play the ball. Edwards waiting first pass, and it's to Edwards it comes. Edwards decides he's going to go on his own, trying to get space on the right wing, lets the ball go, and Workington drop on it. Another mistake by Wigan. Game bogged down a little bit round the play of the ball. Players finding it difficult to keep their feet. Crowd are groaning, but it's not easy for these players. On the halfway line. A lot of hard work going on. Kick behind the Wigan defence. That could be an awkward one, but it's going to roll over the dead ball line, and a bit of wasted possession, and Wigan will have to fight the way out again. Edwards with the tap. Good 10 metres gained. Edwards line up very, very close at the play of the ball, very near to the acting half-back. Wigan decide they're going to go through from the play of the ball. Out to Edwards. Edwards a short one. Bell trying to do it by example. Coming round the narrow side to Betts. Betts is taken round his feet by Heppy. Inside to Edwards. Edwards on to Clark. Clark uses his shoulder, managed to get the ball moving. There's a gap if Wigan can get through it. Ball's been dropped, but it's gone backwards. Wigan forcing out towards the right wing. And Wigan moved well. Edwards hoists a high one into the middle of the field. Ball's loose. Ball's still on. And the referee says it's gone backwards as Workington have pushed her within a couple of metres of the line. Getting up slowly. Game beginning to take its toll. They've worked hard. Wigan will be doing the down this door. There's a good break. Lovely run away, almost up to the 20-metre line. Usually the Wigan defence is so tight round the play of the ball. But Workington are exploiting round there and doing very, very well from round the play of the ball. And they battle away up almost up to the halfway line and still battling. Workington, Carter hands on. Wigan move into the line. 5 tackles gone, right on the halfway line. There's a kick behind the defence, straight into touch. Wigan will get the advantage from that. A chance on the halfway line. Wigan play the ball. Flat. Robinson waiting for the play of the ball. Moves it across. Wigan coming down the middle. Robinson doing a switch with missed Edwards. Now he's found him. Edwards hands it on to Betts. Wigan going, playing very, very close, getting very confused as Clark comes over, shoving Robinson out of the way. Clark going through from the play of the ball, powering his way forward, taking them with him. Over the 20-metre line. Edwards, hands on. Wigan playing it in the forwards, playing the power game at the moment. That's 5 tackles gone. Are they going to set it up for a drop? Botica takes a drop, and it hits the post and bounces back to Workington. Well, it's not been Wigan's day. Well taken drop by Botica, hit the upright. 2 tackles gone inside the 20-metre area. And the ball's been dropped. That should be Wigan's. Powering towards the line. John Mather. And he's held right underneath the sticks. 10 yards out. Wigan drop the ball, knock it backwards. There's a gap. Edwards sees it. He's going through it. And Wigan are in. And who deserves that try more than Clark? That puts the seal on it. Gaps spotted by Sean Edwards, went through it, and Clark was with him to put the ball down, and Clark has been the one player who has really been a bit of a menace on the Wigan side this afternoon. And yet credit must be given to Wigan. They've been playing up against a team that have been playing very, very well indeed. And it's over in the middle. Botica bangs it over. 24 points to 12. About 6 or 7 minutes from normal time to go. Well, can Wigan come back into it as they come striding down? Barry John, a big, tall, rangy lad. And there's power and drive. Wigan come through and they hand it on. Still going. Botica backing up, couldn't get it out to Edwards on his inside. Farrell did well then as he went in the middle. A fire moving it across. Clark hands it on. Wigan going hard for the line, turn it back inside and knock on. And don't play it. So possession goes back to Workington on their own line, but Wigan cut them wide open then. Conditions out there must be very bad for handling a ball. It's a bitterly cold day. Workington 10 metres out, still coming hard at Wigan. 3 Wigan players in, Edwards and a fire. Workington just outside their own 20 metres. Marwood moves it across. 5 tackles gone. Wigan retreat. Robinson's back, a fire's back. And it's a high one to Botica, takes it well. Botica faced with a line of defenders, quite happy to die with it. Jason Robinson behind the play of the ball, moves it inside. Robinson coming up into the game more now. So Wigan forwards take them on. Short passing among the forwards. Robinson to Edwards, Edwards handing it on. And the Wigan forwards driving the way forward into the 20-metre zone. Robinson. On to Edwards, Edwards holding it. Coming inside, sends a long pass out. Wigan being forced inside. Game sagged a little bit at the moment. Wigan lob the ball back anywhere, and that's a very speculative kick as it's banged high into the middle. Ball rolling about all over the place on this hard ground, and it's Workington who take it a few metres out from their own try line.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of crowd safety,
Wigan holding Workington easily at the moment. Game bogged down around the play of the ball. Players must be very tired and very weary. And Wigan penalised in the tackle. Workington chance to clear the lines. Kicking down the Wigan right wing.
Dave, get out of the tape, I just play one.
3 or 4 minutes of normal time to go, and it's Workington with the ball, and like running into a brick wall now as they run into these Wigan players who seem a little bit more organised at the moment in defence.
There's that warning, flashing light on it.
Up to the halfway line. Well, they've not yielded the palm, these Workington lads, as Marwood turns it back into the middle. Almost up to the Wigan 20-metre line. Mulligan from behind the play of the ball. Wigan being stretched on the far wing. Workington keeping the ball alive. There's a gap in the Wigan defence as it's lobbed wide across the field, out onto the wing, and a fire easily wraps up his opposite number. Mulligan puts a kick over the line. Bomb. Oh, no, he dropped it. No, he regained possession. Well, crowds are out on the side, out on the running track as Wigan are going to be forced to drop out. We must be right on the stroke of time. Not used to seeing this sort of thing at Wigan. People deep into the Workington half. A performance this that I think John Mooney might not be too happy about. The Wiggins, that they've been made to fight so hard by a third division side. Apart from the early stages, Wigan have never really dominated this game. They've been put off the stride, and the ball's been dropped. And the referee says it hasn't been dropped, it's been stolen. Penalty right in the centre of the field.
that battery was like a strip.
A good touch found on the Wigan 20-metre zone. The town supporters urging them on, wanting points in this last minute. Matter of pride now that they're playing for, and they're hurled back.
Still running.
Marwood. And there goes the hooter for the end of the quarter-final, a game of which Workington were probably very, very, very proud. They put a fine performance and they made Wigan work hard all the way. But when all comes to all, when the balls go in the hat tomorrow morning, it is Wigan who will be there for the draw of the sack for the semi-final. Final score then, Workington 12 and Wigan 24.